round they managed to get actually more AKs out in this round, but we'll see how they choose to use them because so far NiP not really giving them anything to work with.
Yeah, I'd like to see him from Hiko. I mean, Hiko had kind of a slow start in some of the games yesterday, but it seemed like once he let himself go and just like really stopped worrying about what the rest of FlipSid were doing and just looked for entries, he did a lot better. So I'd love to see Hiko just play a little bit more loosely right now and try and find the openings himself, basically. Alu, I think, hasn't even died yet in this game. I think he's 7-1-0 right now. So he's going to look for a couple more kills. Exist, in fact, picking up Markelov. And as beginnings go, this is working out really well for NiP at the moment. Even if Forest and Exist are a little bit low, Alu pick up another kill there on Bondik. And now things look very bad for FlipSid. If they lose this round, they won't have that much money, especially if they don't get the bomb down. But at least they take out Alu.
Yeah, having Alu down is a bit of a bonus to work with. And now Exist dropping as well. So Blade picking up 2. Brings the round fairly even. In fact, even if you include the HP, Hiko's a little bit less than Freiburg, but Forrest not much different off than Blade. And Simple's gone down, as is Blade, so NiP holding well with this crossfire. In fact, time going to expire. Hiko can't do anything, so they talked about the clutch. You don't really give him the time to do it. He's not going to.
Not at all. And that's going to put us into the 6th round. No bomb plant, but they are still going to buy up. They've got the 1 AK on Hiko that was saved and 2 more Galils. Simple. Yeah, he's going to have an AK as well, so not the worst buy, really. They can make this work. Well, now Alu's got the AWP, and that's going to give them so much map control unless FlipSid are going to try and somehow get rid of him, but they don't really have the grenades to try and smoke him off, and Alu's going to pick up a kill while Forrest is pushing middle right into Bondik, who picks up that kill. So a swift 1-for-1 trade, and FlipSid are going to be all right with this situation, I think.
Yeah, they could be in a decent spot here. Another smoke to come out for Hiko, but he tries to shoot in transition. Actually does good damage to get right, but he still manages to fall back inside the site. So Freiburg, he'll stay forward. Get right's there to support with the flash. I'm still waiting in mid. No over-rotation, 1 arch, 1 passive backed by Pit. That's a bit of a switch-up play, actually, for Alu with the op. He's going to go very passive and default inside the site. They're looking for Hiko to actually play the entry role right now on B, which is a bit interesting. It's less so of a lurk. It's more get him in front. Simple's going to stack with him.
Yeah, I think that's a bit what they were doing yesterday, and it seemed to work quite well. So I'd like to see them continue to do that. Freiburg, though, is holding inside the site. One of the few players left, by the way, as you can tell, who's still using the M4A4 instead of the M4A1. I think like Freiburg's pretty much the only one at this point who still does it. So we'll see if he's going to be able to use it. Molotov's raining in. The fish, they're all being cooked inside that fountain. It's made Freiburg very angry. He's going to come out, get the kill on Hiko straight away. Trying to touch my fish. Still got 19 bullets left, and he's going to take down Simple, and he's on a rampage. Triple kill, almost a quad. He's going to pull out the pistol, and finally goes down to Markelov now. 11 health left here on the Ukrainian player. He's going to be dropped by Alu with 5 seconds left on the round as well. A 6-0 lead right now for NiP.
Remind me never to go out for seafood with Freiburg, ever. If I even look at him the wrong way, he's going to just M4 me in the head, along with anyone who's with me walking into that direction.
He watched Finding Nemo and took it very seriously.
Apparently. Poor guy. That's a great movie, by the way. I have to say. I'm
Strangely, I was also, I was sort of, following the storyline. I was like, all right, see where this is going.
No, I'm just agreeing with you. It's a great movie. I'm done with the storyline. I'm just going to go with it. But nonetheless, Forrest going to get inside apartments. This Exist that opens it up because it is an eco right now for FlipSid. So not a lot to work with. Tech 9 that Simple had has been dropped. No one's gone back to recover it. The rest are on the P250s. It looks like they want to head toward the A site. They do have a lurk inside the patio section down below. That's Forrest. He's not really, I called him a lurk, but it looked like he was going to push more forward than he did and try and get behind Boiler. Instead, he just waits for them to come to him, and that's the right call. He gets 2 for it. Blade and Markelov both go down. Bombs drop down at the top of alt mid. We saw that on the way by, and they might not even have time to go back to get it because Alu's collected Hiko. His crosshair is aimed in the right direction to find Bondik, but he's got the smoke to cover him coming out through the doorway. But as he walks forward with the Tech 9, Alu missing a shot, might go down here, and that drops the op. And if there's going to be another whiff here from Freiburg, it could have got really interesting in terms of economy, but Freiburg gets the kill, and 7-0. Things are definitely massively spiraling out of control for FlipSid right now.
Yeah, and it's Alu doing the carrying here, in spite of the fact that, everyone on NiP is doing pretty well, but Alu at 11-2-2 is definitely very well off to start with. So 7-0, 8th round coming up, and there is finally an AWP on Simple. Let's see if he can stop Alu here. All right, now it's not going to be working out so well. Bondik going down, so Alu gets the opening frag. He takes a lot of damage for it, but That's fine. Now they can afford to play a lot more defensively, and FlipSid are going to have to probably take some sort of risk here to try and bring it back. Molotov in the back, but not going to be touching Freiburg.
Yeah, that gives him a lot of space because he's not playing directly inside the corner where that was intended to land. He might move in after it, extinguishes, and actually going to re-smoke. So NiP is actually using their utilities quite well. I almost think that FlipSid need to switch to more of a Na'Vi approach rather than try and play these picks early. Maybe try and bait out the utilities from NiP and then have a clear sight on entry, because so far all of their initial pushes have been just shut down before they even get in a position to get kills. So Tico to try and flash back around the corner. And they'll go for the crossfire just to check out what's going on at A, because, again, they haven't gotten anywhere. And Tico actually, meanwhile, back over. Okay, this is the call. They get that one kill, and look at them. They all just turn and run back. They want to take this side. It's Get Right that's holding now because Freiburg's the one to drop. And it was Freiburg last round that completely annihilated them. It's going to have to be Get Right this time. First one out. Second flash in by Water. That's going to force them in. And as they come through, they get blinded up again by Alu, who's rotated over early. They're all blind, but no one's gone down. Interestingly enough, it's just finally going to be Get Right to get the first kill about 5 seconds after the play transpired. And Alu will come out, but there's Simple to respond. His op against Alu's, and he gets the better, but now Get Right knows where he is. He's just going to bait him out, and he has the M4, so not much he can do up close. Holds the spray, turns it to his side, and Blade walks out in the wrong direction.
Wow, very well played indeed. Get Right with the triple kill there, and the Molotov timing as well, working out quite well. And also Alu showing up to help him out just as he was about to get sandwiched in that corner. 8-0, and moving into the 9th round. Things definitely looking very good for NiP. I mean, FlipSid, if they had the right idea, I suppose, to get the opening frag over at that B bomb site, it might be time to just go, but they took a while because they were pretty far away from the bomb site. Gave NiP a bit more time to adjust to everything, and right now they just need to start collecting a bunch of rounds, otherwise this is not going to be working out. Simple did win that fight with Zalo eventually, I think, but it's not going to be quite enough.
Exist will take down Simple to start it off in the cub. He hasn't left either because there's no one in a refrag position before us. Burning alive Hiko gives Exist the chance to pop out on Blade. Markelov, meanwhile, does get the only kill. So a bit of salvation here as they are down 2 men, but Markelov's on 19 HP, and they've got no information on either site. In fact, even more so than that, here's Get Right popping out from Banana.
And it's going to leave Bondic, 1v4, and it's not a lot you can really get out of a round like this. Imagine...
Hey, do you see that alert? I'm going to pretend that didn't happen.
Oh, I didn't see it. I don't know what you're talking about, Matthew. I've given up. For historical reasons, it'd be a lot better if Simple was from Russia instead of Ukraine fighting Alu. Because there's actually, do you realize this, that the world record for most sniper kills in an actual war is held by a Finnish sniper who had the nickname the White Death?
That's ironic, because I've never seen a Finnish opera do anything good.
Oh,
Bob Alu.
Your Twitter feed is going to be...
Oh, yeah. No, my Twitter feed is going to explode after this game.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's like 500 and something kills in one... Like, it was around the First World War, yeah.
What's funny is, though, that the Americans went and made that American Sniper movie. Obviously, the guy individually was like a crazy sniper. So you're saying the overall kills by multiple people. But, he's the one that's going to be idolized now due to Hollywood. Can we patent this?
That's America. Have you seen the new American Sniper movie?
Yeah.
Christ, I've never seen anything as awful as that in my whole life.
Wasn't it Clint Eastwood who, Clint's
yes.
going to walk in here stone cold and just, drop kick you?
That's why I watched it. I watched it on the plane over, and about 20 minutes in, I thought, there's no way this is happening. This is so awful. But then I made up my mind. I thought, I'm going to keep watching. I will watch just to spite them. And then...
How does that spite them? That's like saying, your movie's awful, I'm not going to support it, but I'm going to support it anyway.
I have to imagine that they weren't expecting people to really watch it. There's no way that they could have expected people to watch that movie.
This is a tactical pause, by the way.
Oh, really?
This is the first time all day, perhaps, that we do have a tactical pause.
It's going to be a tactical pause into a technical pause as we some computer crashes.
Don't jinx it. Just go with it. Just accept it.
Well, NiP changing up the pace. They're kind of expecting probably FlipSid are going to change it up, but FlipSid are in fact ecoing here, so that means the next round had better be huge. Exist looking for a kill. He did pick up one, but the rest of his team is there to pick it up in the end. So Bondic, last man, he's crawling through the underpass. He's got a Take 9. Great weapon for it, but as he peeks up here, there's going to be a lot of people waiting for him. And Alo to pick up the kill. 10-0. And we are moving into the 11th round with NiP just right now seemingly cruising right into the semifinals.
Yeah, remember when I said this could be an interesting game and there might be an upset, so I predicted 2-1?
Yeah.
I'd like to use a lifeline.
I was gonna agree with you, but I think I never said anything, so I'll just be like,
scapegoat.
Yeah. I honestly expected a lot more out of FlipSid, but obviously, I think the good news here is that we might be seeing like an NiP team that's at least a little bit better. Simple picking up the first kill with a very, very common boost looking over the smoke towards top banana, but they weren't ready for it, and Freiburg, who is usually the king of banana, ends up going down.
So now it's GetRight's turn to jump into that position as he works down into the arches. Simple, this is the first time they've had the opening frag on FlipSid's side. In fact, now he's going to take down those flames, push through his own smoke, so he's got a bit of an angle here if Alu falls off the cubby, but they're actually falling away instead. Is he going to work? Okay, interesting. I thought he was going to head over immediately to apartments, try to get the pick from apartments, but they've already got 3-player through into boilers, so this is pretty much going to be an A commit. The problem is, look at GetRight. He's already flashed through a bottom banana smoke. They know he's coming, but he's already found one, and he gets away with it. So now he's got information that they're stacked in mid. He's got a first kill to equalize it, and now they can fall back and defend each site. Interesting that they're rotating very early, that Forrest is heading back over to A, though. Yeah, but they haven't gone all the way in.
I actually think that's a very good idea because they've got to rush B right now. They'd have to check a lot of corners to try and get in there. So I think it is more likely the FlipSid will be pushing A at the moment. But 25 seconds, they are actually making their way back. And NiP, because they're holding so far back on the A bomb side, they have no idea. So a lot of this is going to come down to GetRight in the corner. And backup is coming now. I think Forrest is rotating back again, but GetRight is still going to be alone. They've got a Molotov for this back corner as well. He could end up being fired out. They line up, and almost both could have gone down, but they will actually trade favorably. So now the 2v3 here. Bomb has just been put down, and there is a kit on both the NiP players. Alu not going to switch up his weapon, just wants to walk in with the AWP out, and he's going to get shot in the face by Markolov. So now Exist is alone and trying to spray like a crazy person. Not going to be connecting with anything. So finally, a round for FlipSid, and it was after a tactical pause as well.
There you go. And it was after a pick from Simple as well to give them the early first blood. It was a nice play by GetRight. We talked about, I thought that was pretty smart to get down through banana like that because no one had been there for a while. They hadn't committed to A, so unless they're all inside boiler or alt mid, he's easily going to spot one.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. But it was a really smart call as well, I thought, by Blade to say go back over toward B, chase out GetRight. You thought they would have to check a lot of corners, but by that over-rotation, the passive hold on A, they had all the time in the world to execute. So it turned out in their favor completely.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a bit of a risk for them to go as fast as they would. Let's say NiP did actually have 2 players there, and they were just setting up further back. But
well, I think it came off the call as well that GetRight only saw 2 people, despite that there was 4 just around. In total, there was 4 there inside mid.
Yeah, but either way, it works out really well for FlipSid. Now they kind of have to win the next 4 in a row. And I think even if they do, if this ends 10-5, that's not going to be quite good enough for FlipSid on the terrorist side. But obviously, it'd be better than anything else at this point. We're moving into the 12th round. 50 seconds left. Molotov up into the middle, try and buy a bit more time and do a little bit of damage as well. The FlipSid want this mid control. NiP are, in fact, out of grenades already at 40 seconds left. That's a bit sketchy. Exist going to get the kill. Exist picking up a double kill, taking out Hiko as well. And Markolov falls first. So now Bondik finally with 1 return, but Alu is there to pick up the 1 there, and Forrest with the kill on Blade. Simple last man standing in a 1v2. Or, sorry, 1v4. It's even worse.
It's a 1v Simple, though, right?
Yeah. It could have been, you know...
It's Freiburg.
If there was someone to do it, it might have been Simple, but I feel like on a map like Inferno, his impact is going to be somewhat less.
So this leaves very little money for Blade currently on 1,600, but the rest of them are in a position to buy, so it'll be interesting to see if they try and get one forced with a little drop to him, but they're not. They're actually going to go, and Hiko was in a position where he could have... Did the money not update for Simple after the HUD? It must not have, because I could have sworn he had enough for an AK.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. Alu going to be taking up that kill onto Blade, and it's just pushing forward. So again, NiP feeling so confident that they are just going to be pushing up and being very aggressive here. Forrest will go down, though, and FlipSid actually countered the aggression in the middle with pushing out of apartments, which is a pretty good idea. Alu going to pick up 1 more kill, and now the whole of the NiP team is wrapping around towards this bomb site. Bomb is going to go down inside, and it's a 3v4 at the moment. NiP with a very, very decent chance of retaking this, because FlipSid are also out of grenades, so once this smoke clears, NiP are going to be able to make their way through, and they still have 1 smoke, 1 HE, a couple of flashbangs, and you can see they're all raining in at the moment. Hiko playing in the pit. Can they actually defend this? Freiburg gets to live another second. I think Hiko thought that he got the kill. Now he's in a 1v2, and there's already a guy on the bomb, and he can't stop it from this position. He's trying to get out, but he's going to get shot down by GetRight. So 12-1. And that is going to be the round for NiP, and that will reset FlipSid's economy almost entirely. Luckily, they had a bit saved, but yeah, this is very, very bad for the Ukrainian team.
NiP just felt bad that we had all the delays today, so they thought they'd get their game over with quickly. I like the double smoke on pit, though. The one in front of truck, that allowed them to work up the alley, get directly inside the bomb site. They wrapped exist in quickly, and then you said that they were out of smokes on Nylon. I was about to say Nylon because of Hiko, but FlipSid's perspective, when they dropped it out in front of library, so they put their own smoke a little bit deeper in front of graveyard. Again, they could get another route directly inside the bomb site. So even if they were playing around the proximity, on the perimeter of the bomb site, they were covered off completely. It was a really well-executed retake from NiP in this round. Pretty straightforward as Alu picking up 2 up close, and Forrest robs him of the third, but 13-1 now, last round of the half coming up.
I don't think anyone was expecting this kind of stomp. You know, you've got Bondik, who's been playing well, and he is top fragging, so again, very consistent performance from him across the last couple of tournaments. And then you have Simple and Hiko, who are supposed to be like star players, and they're actually at the bottom of the scoreboard. So, I mean, normally if Simple and Hiko are going to be playing their A game, then at least you'd win a couple of rounds. Every once in a while, someone would step up and get a good, you know, triple kill, and that would be enough. But it seems like NiP have just managed to shut them down entirely, and I don't know. There's no real answer here for FlipSid currently. Last round of the half coming up here, and they've already taken a bit of damage. At least they get control of apartments, but that's usually manageable if you're on the terrorist side.
We haven't seen, actually, FlipSid get too much presence inside the apartments yet. The only round we did was actually the round when they came back over when Get Right pushed down mid, the round they won. But that was a B take in the end, so Simple's trying to work himself out. Now, they'll have seen that nade be thrown because they do have Exist on the balcony, man. Down, Alu spots one through the flames. Actually, Flames take down Blade, so it works out to be a double, not necessarily both from him, as Exist now gets his second kill on Simple, and an excellent shot from Alu looking for the last as Bondik pops out, having only got 1 kill so far, and it's 14-1 at half.
I don't really know what to say about that. I feel like it's hard to comment too much on a half that ends 14-1. NiP definitely bringing their A game here, but also I think FlipSid maybe struggling a bit much on Inferno. It definitely isn't an easy map to play if you have a stand-in. I mean, a map like Dust 2 might be a little bit more forgiving if you're having a stand-in. So yeah, Inferno proving to be difficult here for the FlipSid team. If they lose this pistol, we're going to go straight into the second map after about, what, 20 minutes?
Not straight. We still have another round after that, Anders. Don't get carried away. I foresee multiple ecos in my future.
They'll draw it out, tactical pause, and yeah. Maybe a couple of pieces.
There will be a way for this game to go on all night. Let me assure you.
Take your word for it. There's a nice pop flash from Freiburg, and then a couple of people waiting in second mid, but Simple gets the first kill on Forrest. Alu going to try and charge in here with the Glock in hand, but FlipSid doing a really good job here falling back. This is some solid play coming out here from the CT side, and Simple with a stunning headshot to take down Alu. He's looking for more. He's got 7 bullets left, but that aim punch is going to shut him down. Bondik to fall, and somehow we've ended up in a 2v3, and Get Right going to get that kill on Blade. NiP are bringing it back in spite of Simple doing so much about his team, and that shot to the face of Markolov is going to be a little bit painful. He's almost taken out both their players. Markolov last man standing, and Get Right just needs 1 click here, and he's going to be able to take out Markolov and also land himself a triple in the pistol.
Oh, but Get Right, he actually missed that shot in the initial pass by Markolov. It could have been over already, but Mark might have a bit of a chance. No, he's got no chance. He's looking for the burst shot. Get Right's just toying with him at this point because there wouldn't have been time to defuse the bomb at that point anyway without a kit, so it's 15-1. Anders, I thought you said it ended right away if they won the pistol.
Practically is. I'm going to call it. Admin, stop the game. Close it.
Anders, the Colonel has spoken. Sorry, FlipSid, you lost your chance.
I mean,
you had one job.
The silver lining right now for FlipSid is if they make this comeback into overtime, the whole NiP team is really just going to disband. You know, they've got the chance of actually breaking the team here. That's the only silver lining I can think of. But really, NiP really close to a second map right here. Hiko missing a couple of shots, and now they're getting dangerously close. He's going to end up going down, but Markolov is there. Double kill with the C-set, 75. Not too bad at all. Just going to put it into a 3v3 at least.
I foresee ecos in my future. I said it. I'm a prophet. No, I'm not. That's a lie. They're probably not going to eco this because they're coming in and B with spades. They've already Molotov'd out on Emo. Smoke now as well for Alu, so he just has to turn back based on the call. There's a teammate in the back of the site, and they've gotten them both. Get Right takes down Markolov. He was the one that was playing Pest inside Emo, so Bondik, he's now truly Emo, forever alone as he got 1-on-3. Has a 5-7, looks towards Get Right, and that